Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to this pick a card reading. We have 3 piles here. This reading is on a goddess message meant to find you. For the first group, we have in pile 1 over card 1, we have a Unakite crystal. For group 2, we have an Opalite Elephant. And for group 3, we have a dark Carnelian Crescent or half moon crystal. So go ahead, pause the video if you need more time, ground and center, and pick whatever group or groups are jumping out at you, whichever resonates. And I will see you in your reading. Thank you. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. This group is for you. If you've chosen group 1 or card 1 with the Unakite crystal. Unakite is a stone that's been known to promote emotional balance. It helps quiet your fears and increase mental toughness. It also helps you integrate your emotions with your spirituality. It aids in spiritual growth and self-discovery. It's been called the stone of vision, so it's connected to the third eye. It's very powerful to help you open your third eye, and it's also been known as the stone of couples, so it can help you within your relationships. It's also associated with fertility and pregnancy and just the health of the reproductive system, and it is associated with the lower chakras, so it can help with grounding. So this reading is on a goddess message meant to find you. So this is a message from the goddess for you. So this first card represents this goddess emanation or goddess embodiment that is here to help you right now on your path. So for you, we got Pope Joan. It says the Pontiff of Possibilities. Her message is the possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. So right away, I'm getting this message that whatever you're going through right now, you've had to be really strong and you've really had to stand your ground in your beliefs. And I feel like you're in some way being asked to step up as a leader at this time. You know, the way a pope would be a spiritual leader and the way the pope defends the belief system of a certain religion. I also feel like you're really being challenged to do something that is against tradition or against the normal expectations of society or a group or community or environment that you're in, because you know she's a female pope, and that's pretty unheard of in our society today. But her legend says that all documents of her existence or her reign as a pope were burned, were just eliminated from the church documents. So I just really feel like you might be coming up against a lot of adversity right now, whether it's outside of you, like I was just speaking about, or whether it's potentially within you. Because we did say this is a stone of emotional balance and healing. You could be dealing with some potential tensions and maybe energetic or emotional blockages trying to hold you back and keep you small, when the goddess message for you is really to rise to the top and to do something different, something that's never been done before, something that would be unheard of. The possibilities are limitless, right? So this is really speaking to your divinity within you and to your divine potential, your infinite potential as a divine being having a human experience. Because this is a stone of fertility and pregnancy, I really do feel like you're birthing something new. Like you could be birthing a new paradigm. You're part of like this bigger movement, this bigger shift. I want to go ahead and get an archetype card for you. This card's going to represent you. So this card represents them right now. Wow, we got Gnosis. This is really powerful with having Pope Joan. And then this is like seeking, with Gnosis here, this is like seeking higher knowledge. This is like seeking hidden knowledge. I'm really drawn to the pearl right here. It's like you're really going after those pearls of wisdom that have been deeply hidden. Like the idea of a female pope, that there was actually a reign of a female pope, but it was hidden, it was buried. And so it's like you're really going after those pearls of wisdom that have been buried. I'm really drawn to this dark coil around this pearl. So with Gnosis here to represent you, I just really feel like this is saying you are seeking some sort of knowledge, sacred knowledge, and a deeper knowing right now on your path and in your life. With Gnosis here to signify you, I'm also seeing this descending triangle right here. And it's really giving me this message of you being a clear channel, of you being able to channel the divine. You know, the way the Pope is like a spokesperson for the divine. They're like the earthly ambassador for the divine. And whatever it is you're doing or you're trying to do that is going to be breaking through that glass ceiling or pushing like some sort of societal or like group norm, I think it does show that you have this capability to be a clear channel, to harness higher divine power into your earthly vessel as a human being. You know, this sign of benediction that Pope Joan is holding, I think it's the papal blessing. It does show, it's like the sign of Christ, the two fingers, his showing his divinity pointing up and then his humanness with the two fingers pointing down. So I just really feel like it shows that within you. And I think it's really important for you to know that you are a clear channel and that you have that potential and that it's a message to trust your own inner knowing, to trust that you have this sacred knowledge and knowingness within you. And it's just a knowingness to trust yourself, to trust your intuition, to trust your own guidance, and to have the courage to do that. You know, Pope Joan, they say in the legend that she actually cross-dressed in order to serve in her capacity and then to rise up to the rank of, or to be elected as Pope. So it's like really having this boldness to do what you know you need to do and to have the courage to follow through with it and to not let outside ideals or norms or structures suppress you or keep you hidden. So what's the situation here, guys? What's the situation for group one? Wow, this is the cup for divine love. The Ace of Cups, the card for divine love, and the Holy Spirit there. That's really interesting as I cut the deck and shuffle. So what is the situation for group one? You are coming up against some challenges here with the Five of Wands. Five is a challenging number. In Tarot, the Hierophant, which is very similar to Pope Joan, is the fifth card in the Major Arcana. Wow, the High Priestess. That's so funny. I was definitely getting High Priestess vibes earlier, and I didn't say it. But Pope Joan does really give me High Priestess vibes. Just look at them. Yeah, you are. It's like you're the keeper of this sacred knowledge, the High Priestess. She is the gatekeeper for the unknown and for the subconscious, for lots of esoteric themes, especially with Gnosis here. Of hidden knowledge. What is the situation for group one? And again, this idea of being half human, half divine. In this particular deck, that's exactly what it says. For the Temperance card, 1 foot in the water, 1 foot in the land. Yeah, part man, part woman, all angel. That's really interesting, especially with that cross-dressing idea. All right, let's get more, guys. Tell me about the situation of group one. Situation of group one, part man, part woman, all angel, all divine. So interesting. What is the situation of group one? Group one. So that really speaks to, I think, the balancing of your divine masculine and feminine, of your masculine and feminine energies within you. Like I said, it's all about you being a clear channel. So what is the situation for group one? The situation paper. Situation group one. I got the Ten of Wands with the Chariot at the bottom. I definitely feel that whatever it is you're doing, you are being of service to humanity in some way, of service to a particular group, or just, it's like you're providing some sort of service, but it's like a bigger contribution than maybe it seems on the surface level. And I just really feel with this Ten of Wands, it's like the weight of the responsibility is it's heavy on your shoulders right now. And it might be in some way preventing you from really like propelling yourself forward in a grand way, like of the Chariot. The Chariot is all about your own determination and willpower carrying you forward. And it does feel like there's something kind of slowing you down or weighing you down. Like I said, I feel the weight on your shoulders of the responsibility of what you're trying to do. What is the obstacle here for group one? What is the obstacle you're coming up against? You're very passionate about it. This is Wands. So this is something that you do have a strong passion for. This is something that you do have big dreams for the future. What's the obstacle here? You might be feeling a little bit run down, a little bit exhausted in what you're trying to do, or just a little bit stuck. We got the Four of Swords. Four is definitely, it can be a number of stagnancy, a number of kind of getting like plateauing or having like a stuck energy. And swords are of the mind. I do feel like this is saying a lot of what you're coming up against is mental. It has to do with maybe some sort of conditioning society has imposed upon you that has you, it's like embedded in your beliefs. It has you thinking that there's something you can't do, like be female and become the Pope. I think it's really for you to break through this obstacle, this barrier that you're facing. It really is challenging you to break through some belief patterns, some belief systems within you, some thought patterns and some belief systems. Because again, the soul is limitless. You are a divine being, ultimately having a human experience. So your possibilities are limitless. Like Pope Joan says, you can do so much more than you feel you can. You're beyond your limitations. So your obstacle, it's mental, and you have everything within you to break through it. With the Four of Swords here, I'm definitely feeling that meditation can help you, and especially with Gnosis coming up to signify you. It's like you being able to have some inner peace, because we saw the Five of Wands when we were shuffling, and I can sense some kind of tension either going on around you or within you. So it's like coming into alignment and finding that inner peace is going to help you, and meditation can definitely help with that. It's also going to help you access that deep inner knowing and that sacred knowledge that is within you. What's the hidden gift in the situation? What's the hidden gift in the situation? What's the hidden gift? I don't know if whatever this venture is, if you're trying to do it all alone. I'm seeing that she must have felt really alone in what she was doing. It does say that she had a lover. And this is the Stone of Couples. So I don't know if you do have a significant other that is alongside you on this journey. But I am just noticing, in all of these cards, it's all a singular person. What is the hidden factor here? What is the hidden gift? King of Cups. Yes, it likely is. There is some sort of King of Cups person that's here to help you on your journey, which is beautiful. It could be a lover or a significant other. Or a partner, because like we said, this is the Stone of Couples. King of Cups is a very loving, compassionate man. He has a lot of emotional stability. This was the stone of emotional balance and stability. For some of you, because this is a general reading and it is going to resonate for many people. So for some of you, this could be just that other aspect of you that is a more masculine aspect. But it's interesting because the King of Cups he is the king, right? So he's a very masculine energy, but he's the king of a feminine suit because it's cups. So it does again show me that balance you have of those two energies within you, the divine masculine and divine feminine. Because he's more of like the softer king, right? Because he's more creative, he's more in touch with his emotions, which isn't typical of a very strong masculine. So for some of you, I am seeing this is just the hidden gift is this part of you that is able to maintain emotional balance, and that is going to help you the way it helps this king. It's going to help you further your goals and your ambitions for your future, because the King of Cups uses his emotional homeostasis to propel him forward. It's using your emotions for positive intention. The example I always think of is, for me, it's like I always clean really well when I'm angry. So it's like this idea of channeling whatever emotion it is. Emotions aren't good or bad. They're energy. So it's like channeling that for positive action. So if you are feeling a little bit tired, like in this Four of Swords, a little exhausted in what you're trying to do, it's like somehow finding a way to use that to not, so that it doesn't overwhelm you. So your emotions don't overwhelm you, but they propel you forward. So a way to positively use exhaustion would be maybe to incorporate meditation and some rest and rejuvenation, not burning the candle at both ends, not pushing too beyond exhaustion, but it's like using that downtime positively. But for others, I do feel this is a King of Cups outside of you, another person who's here to help you. King of Cups can be a very benevolent, usually male, but it doesn't have to be. It's a Cups energy, so water energy. Typically it's Scorpio energy, but it could be any water sign. But it is someone here to help you on your journey. Even just can be a good listener, someone who's there that you can confide in, that you can trust, that will listen to what you have going on. What is the overall guidance here for? Yes, I got the deck 8 of Swords here. Again, it's like the only limitations you're facing are within your own mind. You just need to think outside of the box to break through them the way Pope Joan did. She wanted to be a pope, a spiritual figure, and society told her she's a woman, she can't, but she said, well, then I'll be a man. I'll dress like a man. It's pretty outrageous. The legend of her story, it says the reason she was found out and everything was expunged from the record of her existence. It says she gave birth in the middle of a cathedral, which is pretty unbelievable, right? So when some say she was buried right where it happened, she was just immediately annihilated right after the act of her giving birth in a cathedral. So outrageous. And somehow the legend says her son became a bishop. So I just really feel like this is an overall message of you persevering with whatever you're coming up against. For most of you, it says the biggest obstacle is in your mind. It's like knowing what you think you can do is beyond what you can really do if you just believe in yourself. And I do feel like it is a message of you leaving a legacy with whatever this venture is. Like she left her son who lived on. So this is bigger than you even think. And you just have to trust yourself. Wow. Okay, so the first card it fell out face down is Death. This is going to be very transformative for you. The way it must have been for Pope Joan when she when she was elected into her capacity as Pope. You will face a lot of endings, a lot of change within this journey. 13 to Death is the 13th card. That is the number of the goddess. That is so beautiful. That is very powerful. The goddess is with you. You're very connected to these divine energies as the Pope is, right? Again, the 8 of Swords, I already spoke about that. It's just breaking through that mental barrier. It's that feeling that you're stuck, but you're really not. It's all an illusion. You have everything you need to succeed on this journey. Especially with the 6 of Wands here, that is a card of success and recognition. So the biggest message for you, Group 1, is just to really believe in yourself, to trust in your own divinity and your power, that you can achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. And then to really just lean into that emotional stability of the King of Cups and the Unakite crystal, really maintaining that balance of your divine masculine, divine feminine energies. It's like allowing yourself to be creative and to be feminine and soft in those ways that really serve you. It's like magnetizing things toward you, magnetizing your dreams towards you being open and receptive, allowing the things to unfold as they do and not trying to control them so much, but then also harnessing that divine masculine power that we saw, like of the Chariot, of like being disciplined and determined and like going for what you want and being fearless, really believing in yourself. So Group 1, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. It was such an honor. Really do hope that these messages helped you in some way, and take what resonated, leave the rest. And again, just know you are limitless. The possibilities are limitless. Just believe in yourself. Thank you, Group 1. Hey, Group 2, welcome to your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the Opalite Elephant. Opalite is a crystal of spiritual growth. So I do feel like you are going through a lot of spiritual growth right now. It also strengthens psychic abilities and your intuition. And it improves communication on all levels, especially with spirit. So I do feel like you are very connected to spirit, to divine right now. It also can help open your third eye, and it assists you in life's transitions. So I feel like you are going through a transition period right now. It could be a new beginning for you. And this opalite could really help you with adapting and changing as you navigate through this transition in your life. There is some sort of emphasis on the higher chakras too with opalite. And like I said, it can help with psychic abilities, intuition, and opening your third eye. So for your goddess message, this reading is on a goddess message meant to find you. So this was a message from the goddess. You got the cosmic egg. This is from the Divine Feminine Oracle deck, and it says, I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever-expanding love. So this is really confirming for me that transition period we saw with the opalite. Something is growing within you. This is like a gestation period, like if you think of a seed and how seeds germinate within the soil, or even the gestation of a pregnancy, there's something growing within you, and it's in the very early stages. So whether or not you're conscious of it, you are transitioning into some sort of new beginning. You are building up to some sort of birth for yourself. I'm really drawn to all the gold and like this bright light within this egg right here. I really do feel like the divine light is growing within you. You may be expanding your ability to hold light. Your vibration could be rising right now. And when that happens, when you're growing spiritually and your vibration changes and rises, there can be a lot of shifts in your external reality and a lot of shedding happening, because you are shedding those lower vibrational energies and those things that are no longer serving you, that no longer fit your current vibration and your growing energy. And it also does allow you to let in more divine light. You can hold more light within you when your vibration rises. So that's just really what I'm seeing here. It's just this beautiful growing of your inner light and the ability for your vessel, your capacity to hold it. And it is also a message to trust in the divine timing of things. Just like a pregnancy, it takes 9 months. 9 is a sacred number. But it takes 9 full months for a pregnancy to come into its fullness. So it's trusting in that divine timing and letting things take their own time. I forgot to mention, but I did see that earlier with the elephant. Thinking about the symbolism of an elephant and what it means, and right away I thought of course, wisdom. And it's like you trusting your own inner wisdom, trusting that you are wise. But then I also thought of the elephant's size, and they're a rather large creature, right? They're very heavy. They have a big load to carry. So they're kind of slow moving, right? Because they have all this weight they have to bring with them. And they are a very elegant creature. So it's like knowing that things might not happen quickly, but you can have patience and you can move through that elegantly. You can move through this transition elegantly. The egg is all about knowing that our process is sacred and just trusting it, no matter how long it is or how laborious it is. Like if it feels like you're lugging your body around like a heavy elephant. So let's get you a card to signify you. And this card signifies group 1. Wow, it jumped out of there on the egg. Wow, the orphan. Yeah, so some of you might have lost quite a bit recently, or you might just be going through that process right now of losing things that you once loved, or that you do love, or that were very close to you or very dear to your heart. Or just the orphan is this idea of course, of being alone. You might be feeling rather lonely, or this just might be a solo journey that you're on. But it brings up ideas of fear of abandonment, fear of rejection. So whatever this is that you're growing and gestating within you, it is coming into a time where you could feel very isolated. This is number 5 of this deck. It's Kim Cran's Archetype deck. 5 is a challenging number in tarot. So you could be faced with some more challenging energies right now. It's interesting how the snake is kind of encircling this hand. It looks like of a child. It's just really speaking to me, how life is cyclical, how things happen in cycles. If you are going through a period right now where you're in a low, or you've experienced some loss, it's knowing that the cycle is going to come back around. The wheel is going to turn. You will be on the upswing again. It's getting through. It's knowing that it's part of the process. And it is on a larger scale, no matter if you've lost something close to you, or it is just like that shedding process I spoke of before, of letting go of those things that no longer match you vibrationally. Either way, it's just all part of this process that you are being called to trust in. And there's a gift in it, with this hand reaching towards this flower. Something is blossoming within you. And it is going to be beautiful. It is beautiful. It's just trusting that you might have to kind of go through the darkness in order to let the light emerge from you, to let yourself blossom. Let's go ahead and get you some tarot cards. What is the situation? Wow. So group 1, you might be drawn to group 1 as well. Group 2, and if you are, go back and listen to group 1, but that's so interesting. I cut the deck for you and you got the Ace of Cups. So did group 1. So this is the cup of divine love. It is a message that the divine is with you, but I also feel for you, which is unique to group 2, different from group 1. I feel like this is a message too of filling your own cup, so that you can let your gifts outpour, let your light outpour and give to others. It's like really that, like I saw with the cosmic egg, with the light kind of pouring in, the golden light and filling the cosmic egg, and you being able to hold more light. It's like doing those things, those self-care practices and those spiritual practices, those things that support you in this process of your light growing. Wow, you're definitely connected to group 1. And they also got the High Priestess when I cut the deck. So I do feel like there is a lot going on for you underneath the surface. The High Priestess does speak to secrets and subconscious energies. She's the gateway, the gatekeeper to the subconscious. I do feel like some inner child work would be beneficial for you, just with this card here in the hand looking like a child. The High Priestess can talk about shadow work. I think getting in touch with your inner child could help you to get in touch with parts of yourself that maybe have been potentially neglected or suppressed or just hidden in some way. It could really open up some things for you. It could bring you some enlightenment. A lot of times when we go back to the things we did as a child, it can be really enlightening. I'm thinking of Carl Jung. He did that. He would just play games that he did as a child. I think like play with rocks and make forts and things with rocks and sticks. I'm not even really sure. I can't remember. But whatever it is for you that you would do as a child, part of this reading is on the goddess message for you. And part of this message for you is, I think, to get it in touch with that, with some things that are trying to rise to the surface in your subconscious and help you at this time. And I think the orphan, being the child, part of that is your inner child speaking to you and helping you through this transition period. The cosmic egg in this reading, that is the divine feminine embodiment or emanation that is here to help you on your journey. So I really feel like that's a strong symbol for you. It's like the egg or the seed. That's and the whole idea of the gestation process and something growing within you. That is a strong message and symbol for you right now. It's like for you, it's almost like the goddess energy is just like this particular stage. The cosmic seed, it's like that particular stage of the goddess energy is here to help you right now. Yeah, and we did get the Lovers and moved to the bottom of the deck. It was there when I cut it. Ignore the sticky notes. That just is there to cover nudity for YouTube censoring. But yeah, this really does speak to that transition you're going through that I was picking up on, because Gemini is a sign of being very adaptable and flexible and constantly changing and evolving. So I really feel like that Gemini energy will benefit you right now too. Yes. With the Tower coming up as well, there is potentially a lot of change you're coming up against, or this is just that shedding energy we saw with the orphan. This is the Towers about the divine coming in and kind of creating chaos in your reality, shaking things up so that you can release those things that no longer serve you. It's kind of forcing you to release them because you are growing spiritually and you can't take everything with you on this journey. Some things need to be released because you're growing into a different person. Different things are going to resonate with you. The old things that resonated with you before might not resonate anymore. So more about their situation, guys. More about group 2's situation. Yeah, I really feel like you are going through some sort of rebalancing internally with the Two of Cups showing here. This caduceus, it can signify like a kundalini rising, but it's also just like a symbol of alchemy, of the balancing of your divine feminine, divine masculine energies. And with this line here with the wings here, that can symbolize ego. Some of you might be going through an ego death. That might be part of what you're shedding. As your vibration is rising, you are releasing old parts of yourself. You are releasing old identities because you're growing into a new person. And it is going to challenge you and push you to, like I continued to say in this reading, to release those old, outdated things about yourself, belief systems, behavioral patterns, just old ways of being that no longer resonate with you and your soul and your mission. What's the obstacle for group one? What's their biggest obstacle? What's their obstacle? The obstacle. Wow. We got the move. So you're definitely dealing with some subconscious things rising to the surface. You can see here the lobster coming from the depths of the water. That's what that symbolizes. Your biggest obstacle is your inner work right now, which does make sense because you are shedding a lot and you're growing a lot internally and spiritually. So the moon is all about, it's about mystery. It's about the unknown. It is about the unconscious, which some say subconscious and unconscious are like synonymous. But it is all about what's beneath the surface and what's like unknowable. It's interesting, this card, it has the 15 yods coming from the moon. And 15 is the number of the devil in the major arcana of tarot. So this card is connected to the devil. So that does tell me there are some things, like I've already said, that you're being challenged to let go of that could be negatively affecting you. They could be thought patterns, behavior patterns. At its most extreme, it could be addictions. We all suffer with addictions to some degree. I mean, whether or not it's like addicted to checking your phone, addicted to television, addicted to certain eating patterns or just certain behavioral patterns. So this is really all about releasing. The devil is all really about releasing what limits you, what keeps you small and constricted. And with the moon here and your biggest obstacle, being connected to the devil, I do see that's part of it. Part of your obstacle is the shedding process you're going through. But it's also a big part of it, the other side to that. That's maybe like the dark side. The lighter side is trusting in the unknown. It's, again, like we saw with the cosmic egg, trusting that sacred process, trusting that this is your process and that you are growing and blossoming like the flower, trusting your intuition and your innate instincts about things, your gut knowing, and, using something like Opalite to help you connect with the spirit realm, your, spirit guides, and with your intuition and your psychic abilities. That is going to really help you, especially with the moon here coming up as your obstacle, because the moon does speak to those more psychic energies. What is the hidden factor, like the hidden gift in this situation? So group two, what is the hidden gift? So it's really interesting. Group one, their obstacle was more of like a mental obstacle. For you, it is really more of yours is in your subconscious. It's much deeper. It's like in a different part. It's in your psyche, which is really powerful. So it's like beyond changing thought patterns. You're digging up parts of your psyche that need to be examined, that have been hidden from you. And this process is going to be really transformative for you. And what is the gift in the situation? What is the gift? Wow, we got the 6 of Cups. This is definitely about the inner child. This is like a reuniting of your inner child, or a reunion with your inner child, or reuniting with your inner child. That is so beautiful. It's like reuniting with that genuine, authentic part of you that you knew as a child, because you weren't conditioned by society, or you weren't ever shamed or put into lower vibrational energies of like guilt or shame or fear. Those energies that keep you small and prevent you from being your authentic self and shining your authentic light. That can tend to happen to us as we go through life. And it's like parts of ourself become sequestered off, maybe deep within your psyche. You could have gone through, wow, yeah, I'm getting confirmation of this message. I just got goosebumps. So you could have gone through some sort of dissociation where you kind of broke off from your present reality in some way. This is actually very common. This of course happens typically when you go through trauma at a young age. If you've been through any sort of childhood trauma, you can tend to dissociate from your reality because you no longer feel safe. So it's this beautiful thing actually that the psyche does, that really the soul does, but it does it within the psyche. It kind of sections off a certain part of you to make it safe. It like hides it. It hides part of a soul aspect in order to keep it safe from ridicule, from hurt, from from trauma. So that can definitely happen if you did experience any childhood trauma. And this could be big or small. Of course, trauma can feel, the word to me feels very extreme. When I think of that, I think of some extreme trauma. But we go through little traumas. Even if you had a beautiful, secure, wonderful childhood and upbringing, it's likely, it's probable you suffered. It could be just some sort of even minor trauma in your childhood that affected you. We've all experienced some sort of rejection or bullying or moments where we didn't feel safe as a child. Six of Cups is really about feeling safe in your environment. That's what this shield represents. And see the guard outside of the courtyard. Really feeling safe to shine your light and to be authentic. And so the gift is I feel you stepping into that. It's like you are guarding the sacred egg within you, but soon it will be safe for you to express your light and to express this part of yourself, this aspect of your soul that may have been orphaned for a time, that you may have dissociated against. But you are coming back into, that's the situation. It's so beautiful. Group 2, you are coming back into full alignment. You are coming back into this integration. And this is going to be really beautiful. You're going to feel more whole. You're going to feel more alive. You could have gone through a depression. This definitely could be an energy of a depression, and you're coming out of it. You're going to feel more alive, more whole, more real, more yourself, more full of light. Any other higher guidance or messages from the goddess for this group? Any other higher guidance or messages? Group 2, higher guidance messages for group 2. Yes, group 2, the devil. Yeah, I already spoke about this. This is about shedding what keeps you trapped, what keeps you limited or stuck, like in that tower we saw earlier, stuck in an illusion. This is releasing those energies that are trapping your inner child, that are trapping your soul, that are preventing it from being liberated and from really emanating. It's those oppressive energies dimming your light and keeping you from emanating that light fully. The message is here is just to trust the process, to go through the darkness, to do the inner work, to release those energies so that your light can come into fullness and so that it can continue to grow. It's already growing. Just trust the process. That's the biggest message for you, group 2. Trust the process. All right, group 2. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I hope that this reading helped you in some way. It was such an honor. And I will see you again. Bye-bye. Hi, group 3. Welcome to your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the Crescent Moon Carnelian. I don't know if it's a crescent moon or a half moon. Carnelian is a very powerful moon for boosting self-confidence and giving you courage. It's great with helping you overcome your fear. It's connected with the root chakra, so it does help with feelings of safety and security. And it can also help you break through emotional blockages. It is a fiery stone, so it does help inspire action. And it's also a stone of protection. It's a very protective stone, so it can help ward off negative energy, bringing you that peace and emotional stability. It also, too, very much reminds me of the goddess because of the moon shape, of course. And then there's this triangle here, and that always reminds me of the divine feminine. The triangle is the strongest shape too, so I feel like that really does speak to the inner strength and courage, like a feeling of resilience that this stone can give you. So this reading is on a message from the goddess meant to find you. So this first card is a goddess emanation or embodiment that will help you on your journey right now. So we got Our Lady of Guadalupe. I'm not sure why the camera is not focusing. Let me see. Maybe there's not enough light. I don't know if you can read this, but it does say Our Lady of Guadalupe, the Empress of Protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all time. So group 3, I do really feel for you that whatever it is you're going through right now, it is really important for you to feel protected. And this is all about the protection of a mother's love. So whether or not you've ever experienced that feeling, the protection of a mother's love, this is a reminder that you can always go within your own heart to find that level of love and safety and protection. And that Mother Mary, she's omnipresent. She's always there for you. All you need to do is call on her. the divine, the goddess. She's always there for you. All you need to do is ask for help and call on her. So that is a big message for you. I'm really drawn to these stars on her cloak. I don't know if some of you could be studying the stars, like studying astrology or kind of looking into your astrology to kind of deepen your own inner practice or self-awareness, self-discovery practice. I'm really drawn to her hands over her heart, and this almost looks like a heart. I really feel like it is important for you to get in touch with your heart right now, with your heart desires, with what your heart is trying to tell you at this moment. And I'm also drawn to all these roses. I really feel like something is blossoming within your life. There's something of great importance here. I'm thinking about how a rose, it's like a timeless beauty. So let's go ahead and get an archetype card for you to kind of, this card's going to represent you for this reading right now, group 3. Card to represent group 3. Interesting, we got Kairos, which is obviously a Greek word. I apologize, we're on group 3 and my voice is a little bit hoarse. Okay, so Kairos. I have never pulled this card before. I'm not sure what it means, but right away intuitively it's making me think of the evil eye. It's really picking up on that idea of a need for protection. So I don't know if you're dealing with a situation outside yourself where you're feeling threatened, if someone's kind of coming at you or attacking you, if you feel like someone's trying to take something from you. But the evil eye is all about, when you wear the evil eye or you think of the evil eye, or some people even put like a picture or artwork of the evil eye at their front door. It's all for protection, to protect you against warding off negative energy. And we saw that earlier with the Carnelian is very good at protecting and warding against negative energy. I am really noticing all of this blue too, which is a very like calming, tranquil color. It's very connected obviously to like the water energy. It's very cleansing and purifying. So I feel like being around the water element and the color blue will be very healing for you right now. And then also these two are also reminding me of the stars. So again, some sort of connection to star energy. Let's pull more cards and let's see what else is going on in this situation. So what situation does group 3 find themselves in? What's the situation for group 3? Situation for group. All right, so we had the devil here. I did come up in reverse. I feel like you are releasing some sort of darkness. Something has had a hold on you in the past, but you are in the process of releasing that. And with the devil coming up here, that does make sense with this idea of feeling a need of protection, or feeling maybe a need for some sort of assistance, like divine assistance from benevolent beings like Mother Mary, or from protective symbols like the evil eye, or crystals, right? So whether this is some sort of patterning you're going through, because it did come up in reverse, that could signify it's something within you. The devil is anything that keeps us in lower vibrations, like feelings of fear, shame, or guilt. Anything that kind of dims our light and prevents us from living in our full authenticity. So it's clear that something in the past has had a hold on you, something of these sort of darker energies. But with it coming in reverse, I feel like you're releasing that and you're really coming out of that. So that is really beautiful. I'm definitely noticing all the reds here too. There is a message of needing to ground, to really make yourself, allow yourself to feel safe and grounded in your reality and have some sort of emotional calm, emotional stability, like we've already seen earlier. And with the blue, what's the biggest obstacle for group 3? We got the 4 of Wands and the Emperor in reverse. That's really interesting. So that's 2 4s. 4s are all about security and stability. So I already said that, but there's this strong emphasis on you needing to feel safe right now, safe in your environment with the 4 of Wands, and then also safe within yourself. With the Emperor coming up here, I really feel like there is some sort of lack of confidence right now within you. Maybe you're feeling some sort of insecurity or some self-doubt, or there could just be a need to want to really control things within your environment. The Emperor can, when he comes up in reverse, he can kind of speak to trying to control things, trying to hold on too tight to something because maybe you're afraid of those things that you can't control, or you're afraid of losing something. Again, it all comes back to that feeling of security And with the Four of Wands here, this can also point to a time of initiation. It's like you're crossing a threshold. You're you're leveling up some way in your life. Which can be really scary, right? When we cross a threshold, we don't know what's on the other side. So it can kind of shake those foundations within you and those feelings of security. So your biggest obstacle here is really this threshold you're crossing. And it's cultivating feelings of confidence and security within yourself. The Emperor is all about stepping into our power, right? He is the king of all the kings. He's the ultimate guy. He's connected to Aries too, again, with this fire energy. You're really being called to step into action somehow and really own your power as the supreme sovereign being of your life. It's like you have the ultimate say-so in your life, and owning that power and kind of charging into life head on, like the way Aries would, like the way a ram would. It's like confronting problems and not being afraid to address them, and using the strategy of the Emperor to know when you need to push through and break through an obstacle, or to know when you need to maybe go around it, strategize a way around it. What is the hidden factor, like the hidden gift in this situation for group 3? What is the hidden gift? So this is really all about facing your fears, with the Devil in reverse coming up here, and the Emperor in reverse, and the Four of Wands crossing that threshold. This is really just about having courage to face your fears right now, whatever that is, and feeling protected and knowing that you can do that, calling on your guides, calling on Mother Mary, calling on your divine support system, your angel team, and having them help you through this process, because it isn't easy. What is the hidden gift here? Okay, wow. So we got the Hierophant, and it fell right on Keros. So I'm going to pull up the guidebook real quick and look up the meaning of Keros, because I am not familiar with this card. So it says it's all about mythic time and synchronicity. It says when this card appears, it's all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. So this is all about waiting on divine timing. So the Hierophant is connected to the zodiac sign of Taurus. So it is all about patience. It's all about setting up solid foundations and structures, which is very important for you right now in order to feel that sense of security that you may be unconsciously desiring, or your soul may be desiring. It's maybe an innate feeling within you you're not even aware of, but it does seem to be really important to you right now and in this reading. It's really interesting that it fell on Keros. So like I said, I do feel like that is telling you that this process it's going to take patience, it's going to take time, and not to rush it. Just know that you're on the right path. Keros within this particular deck is all about an initiation, and we saw that before with the Four of Wands. So you are going through an initiation. It won't be easy. So give yourself love and compassion and grace and the time you need to work through this, to do this inner work. Do what makes you feel safe in this process, what makes you feel protected. Lean into that symbol of the evil eye. And the color red may really help you at this time. It might really help you just to feel safe if you wear the color red. Back in ancient times, mystics wore the color red to protect their energy. So that may be something really helpful for you right now. So any other hidden message? Any other messages or higher guidance for group 3? Any other? I had a lot of 5s in this reading. Actually, all 3 groups 5s, which is really interesting. The Hierophant is a 5. The Devil is a 6. So you got a 5 and a 6, a 4 and a 4, 2 4s. 4, 5, 6. That is really interesting. Yeah, I think things are really lining up for you with 4, 5, 6 being in sequential order. So just to trust the timing, trust the process. Any other messages? 5s are a challenging number though. Any other message for group 3? It's a really good sign because 4s are kind of that stuck energy. They're more stable. The 5 brings in the instability and kind of creates the chaos you need in order to make changes. And then 6 is all about balance and harmony. So I do really feel like you are coming out of this darker energy and moving into more balance and more security in your life. Any other messages for group 3? I feel it fell back on Keros. That's interesting. The King of Wands. Yes, this is the Leo card. So that message again about tuning into your heart. Leo rules the heart. That's going to be really important right now. And this is a very fiery energy with the Emperor and the King of Wands and the Carnelian. Definitely leaning into your inner fire, letting it light you up and help you move into action is going to be really important. This is all about standing in your power and being bold and fearless. Leo is fearless and confident. Yes, owning your confidence. If you see the salamanders here on his throne, they can withstand extreme temperatures, extreme heat. So this is a message of you are a survivor. Whatever this devil energy is that came up in reverse, you are overcoming it. So just know that. Know your inner strength. The inner strength of Leo the lion. Know that you're crossing this threshold, this initiation, and you are coming into a time where you're going to be stepping into your power, and it's going to feel really good. You just need to release any insecurity and self-doubt that you've been feeling with the Emperor in reverse, and really stepping into owning your power, owning your inner fire, because you do have great strength in your inner fire. And then just letting yourself feel grounded in your reality and find security where you need it. Thank you, Group 3. I hope this reading gave you some sort of clarity or comfort or peace. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. It was such an honor, and I hope to read for you again soon. Bye-bye.